Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, the Bureau of Fire Protection declares fire out at the Manila Central Office more than 30 hours after the blaze broke out. With the extent of the damage on the historic structure, government agencies and lawmakers called for the post office's immediate restoration. And later, one of the suspects in the assassination of former Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo recounts his testimony linking Congressman Arnie Teves to the killing. Lawyer of the Degamo slay suspect, attorney Danny Villanueva, will join us later in the program. Begin with breaking news on CNN. Philippines authorities finally put out the fire at the Manila's historic Central Post Office over 30 hours since it broke out late Sunday. 15 people have been reported injured, including a volunteer and a civilian. The Bureau of Fire Protection says the internal wooden structure of the building was burned all the way from the basement to the third floor. The fire reached general alarm before it was declared under control around 7 in the morning yesterday. 80 fire trucks across Metro Manila responded to the blaze. Estimates from the BFP show damage could reach about 300 million pesos. Investigators haven't ruled out the possibility of an electrical fault or arson.
Totally burned po lahat ang ating structure natin, 100% ito. So talagang nakakalungkot, yan may kalumaan ito, isa itong sa kasaysayan natin, itong ating building. Pero talagang di namin kinaya dahil kailangan talaga ito ma-preserve na yung structure na lang niya.
Manila Mayor Honey Lacuna assures the burnt post office will not be replaced with another building. Operations at the Manila Central Post Office will be temporarily moved to a foreign mail distribution center in Delpan, Manila. Lawmakers are seeking the quick rehabilitation of the Manila Central Post Office. House Deputy Speaker Ralph Recto calls for the immediate restoration of the historical structure, citing funds can be sourced from the National Emergency Fund of the President or through the Calamity Fund of the NDRRMC. Senator Sani Angara says that Senate President Mig Zubiri wants to look for funding for the building's reconstruction, which is considered as a national treasure. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Manila's 6th District Representative Benny Abante. Congressman, welcome to the source. Thank you for your time. It's good to see you again, sir.
Thank you, Pinky. Good morning to all of you.
That was quite sad. Imagine almost 30 hours before it was declared a fire out today at about 6:30 in the morning. Congressman, what can be done?
Well, I plan to deliver a privilege speech this afternoon and calling not only the government to provide the funding to restore what we may call to be a heritage site, and a national treasure to us, but also calling on the private sector, our billionaires, for example, to help in donating some funds to restore it finally. Because it is not only a national treasure, but of course, the Central Post Office is being used by poor and rich alike as far as communication is concerned.
Yeah, so what you're looking at is possibly government funds and the private sector teaming up to be able to restore the Central Post Office.
That would be more of a private public partnership, for example.
Yeah.
In fact, we plan to put up a foundation for the restoration and preservation of all iconic sites in the country. Because of what happened in the Central Post Office. Hopefully, with this foundation that we will be applying today at the SEC, would actually encourage our our private individuals to actually look into all iconic and heritage sites in the country and preserve it. Kasi Pinky, actually we are very poor in restoring that.
Yeah.
Restoring all iconic sites,
Yeah.
and unlike in Europe where they
Restoring, sir.
actually preserve
Restoring
all the
and
heritage sites.
preserving. Hindi ho ba? Restoring and restoring and preserving. That's really important.
Restoring and preserving, that's true. And maintaining pa. Maintaining,
Yes, yeah. So,
Kasi hindi maganda kung i-restore mo lang. Dapat yan i-maintain. And also trying to perhaps, right now I'm studying that we declare almost in Manila, kasi Manila is one of the oldest cities in the country. And not only declaring as historical site the Rizal Park, no? Siguro pati yung areas, including the Quiapo area, Plaza Miranda and the Quiapo Church, as part of the historical site in the country.
we'll wait for your speech later. Now you plan to deliver a privileged speech on that, and it'll be good. And I'm sure there's a lot of private individuals who may want to take part in the restoration of this heritage site. Mukhang marami naman pong maeenganyong tumulong dito, no, Congressman?
Alam mo, nakakalungkot kasi, Pinky, alam mo kung bakit umabot ng 30 hours yung sunog na yan sa loob? Sapagkat yung mga kahoy dyan, hardwood yan eh. Mga molabe, mga nara, mga yakal. Kaya mahirap talagang masunog yan. So it took more than 30 hours to really, get it over with. No? Kaya tagal-tagal nakakalungkot na walang naiwan. Sabi nga ng fire marshal natin, walang talagang naiwan sa loob. And it's very sad, no? I hope that we will all, private and public alike, will all do our share together to really be able to restore and preserve these heritage sites called the Central Post Office.
And it would be, sadly, we should learn from this. Yun na lang ho siguro is the takeaway, hindi ho ba?
Yes, that's right. At alam mo, so ito lang talagang nakakalungkot that in the name of development, katulad for example like Tutuban, no? Tutuban was the first area in which we built our transportation like the train. Pero because of modern development, tinanggal natin talaga yung iconic site na yan sa hindi natin preserve yan. No? Sana preserve natin yung ginawa mall, pero sana preserve natin na mabuti yung iconic building na nandyan.
We'll wait for your speech later, Congressman, and see what kind of reaction we'll be getting from various groups. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Manila Representative Benny Abante. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you, sir. And we now go to Postmaster General Luis Carlos. He's joining us via phone. Sir, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ms. Pinky.
Opo, so fire out na po, no? That's the latest report we received, I believe, sometime at 6:30 in the morning.
No, it's there's still smoke coming out from the building.
I see.
So and then there's may baga pa ng konti. I don't think BFP has said that it's already fired out.
That's
as far as about mga 8:30 this morning, 8 o'clock this morning.
I see. The reports I've been seeing and hearing, it was declared fire out at about 6:30 in the morning. But be that as it may, sir, I know it's been over 30 hours. Any initial investigation or cause of the fire that is known or discovered so far?
Ms. Pinky, what BFP has is that they know where it came from already. So they've spotted that area already.
Is it the basement? Basement pa rin ho ba?
It's on the south side basement area. It's on the south side, which is near the Jones Bridge area. But to the effect of what's the cause, I'm not in a position. I'm waiting for that final report of the Bureau of Fire also.
Understandably, sir. Any assessment of the damage and cost, it somehow is being pegged at least 300 million pesos.
I'm not an assessor, but as far as I can see from my I'm here at ground zero right now. Mukhang walang natira. No? It's from the ground floor all the way up.
And so everything's affected. Sabi mo nga, walang natira.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Kung meron man those the ones for the historical building, the irons, the wrought irons there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and those are the things also that they want to take a look at because of hopefully they can preserve a few things inside the building.
Mr. Carlos, surely no, an investigation is to follow in the next couple of hours, or it could have begun already. But what happens now to the employees? They are going to be moved. Is it going to be somehow business as usual? Papaano ho ba?
Ngayon, there's about 700 employees for the info of everybody. More or less about 700 of them. The Manila Post Office has been moved already to Delpan. We have a building there. It's an old building also, but it's working. So the letter carriers, the carteros, and the Manila Post Office operations is already there. By this time, they're fixing whatever they can do. And if there are mails that are coming in for today, they will try to deliver that today. If not, first thing early tomorrow morning, they'll start the delivery. The operations groups, I've moved them already to the Central Mail Exchange, which is the heart of the postal operations. It's in the airport road. All domestic and international items are coming in and out from there. So kami, the corporate side, are here in the old building beside the main building. We're fixing. Right now we're in a tent. Thanks to the Manila Mayor Lacuna was been very generous in helping us out on in this time.
There's been a number of reactions coming from senators, congressmen, and of course the Manila Mayor herself. No, talagang everyone is very sad about what happened. And moving forward, they want to be able to find ways and look for funds to be able to rehabilitate this heritage site. It might take a while, obviously, Sir Luis, but do you see anything that must be done at the soonest possible time?
Well, offhand, I'm looking at a structural engineer to take a look at the integrity of the building, so the structure. Kasi Pinky, it's really the structure. It's really the sobrang yung kasaysayan niya. Every time and then when I enter this building, parang it talks on its own because of its architecture. Iba siya. So, first and foremost, siguro, get a good structural engineer. And after the fire out, after all of these things have settled down, maybe they can come out with a report of how we can really,
what can be, how can it be preserved then? What can be preserved? How? Ganun po.
Yes. So there are a few groups. PFP is the only one inside the building right now. GSIS is asking to be the next one to be inside first. And then the National Historical Commission have gotten in touch with us already. So yesterday, one of the directors was here, and I was talking to him, and one of the architects also. So they want to see if there are salvageable items that can be prepared for its renovation.
Yeah. In fact, the structural integrity first and foremost must be assessed.
Yes, Pinky. I think that's the first one that we have to do. So we're just waiting for the fire out, and then hopefully we'll update everybody on how it's going for.
Okay. Thank you so much, Philippine Postal Corporation Postmaster General Luis Carlos. We'll be taking a very short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned.